Happy Friday, everybody, and happy Friday the 13th, actually. Today I'm going to make a video. We're going to review the last one I made where we were interacting with the Bored Ape Yacht Club contract within the command line. Except today we're going to just do a review and we're going to script it instead. We just do it in script. And then in part 2 of this video, this is going to be a two-part video, I want to discuss ERC 165 contract. And it's what it's used for, exactly how we calculate the argument in order to get an output from that function, and just talk a little bit about it, run through it, blah blah. I want this video to be as quick as possible so that you can, we can make this video short but contain a lot of information, so that the idea is that you stop and start at your own leisure, and that's the way it's going to go. So here we go. Alright, so now I'm in Emacs. You can use whatever IDE you like. If you like VS Code or Atom, or VI, whatever it is, use that, and then we're going to run the script from inside the shell, from the command line bash shell. Okay, so first things first, let's import. So from Web3, import Web3, just like that. Now in the second part of this video, we're going to need funky tools, import, hopefully it's not going to be one of those kind of days. Reduce used to be a built-in in Python, now we need to get it from functools. Okay, one thing, I just want to disable this company mode. Ugh, my goodness, having some typing issues today. I'm going to pretend like it's only today. I never ever have these issues, not ever. Load.env, right? We're going to use the .env file, so we're going to need that. And then in order to grab that .env file, we're going to need OS. Okay, great. If you have any questions on things here, I don't want to take too much time explaining everything, so go ahead, and the idea is stop the video, research. I don't know what OS is, okay? Go ahead and research it. Everything's readily available. Okay, now when we're going to interact with the contract, remember, we need a provider, we need the contract address, and we need the ABI of that contract. Okay, so first things first, the provider. Okay, so provider is, remember we started an account with Infura. We're going to grab an endpoint from there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say os.getEnv, and I'm going to say node endpoint right here. That's what I called it. And now I'm going to show you exactly where that's coming from. .env.example is what I called this file. This is what your .env file, not, it should be .env, and that's it, not this .example, just .env. Okay? And as long as it's contained in your project directory at the same level, it's a sibling of the actual script that we're creating, it will automatically read the file, and it will be able to use this variable we created, this node endpoint. Make sure it looks exactly like this, and of course your secret will go right here. The convention in a .env file, of course, is going to be all uppercase, words delimited by an underscore, just like that. No space around the equal sign, just as you see everything here. Okay. Back on over. So we've gone ahead and provider, we get that getEnv, and we do that. However, before we do that, we actually have to load it in. So we load the .env and just call it just like that, and we should be all good there. Now we also need the contract address. Let's just call it address is going to be equal to, now here we can get that, remember, from Etherscan and search Bored Ape Yacht Club, and we see the address right here. Go ahead and copy that, and back, drop it in. We need the API. That's coming from the same place. Go ahead and grab the API right here. And my computer's, it's going to have a problem. It has real problems here. Just going to go ahead and try it one more time. ABI, drop it in, and success. We've successfully Okay, so this big old string, you see this big, this is why my computer had a problem with that big string, because it's a decade old. Alright, so we have everything we should need, and now we're going to go ahead and create a function that is, we're going to call it contract functions. Alright, this is going to go ahead and it's going to grab everything, all the functions that are available off of that Bored Ape Yacht Club contract, and we'll make them all readily available within our script here. So this is going to take in that, it's going to take in a provider, it's going to take in an address, and it's also going to take in an ABI. These are all local variables. It's not going to have a problem with what I've already defined. So I'm going to go ahead and say Web3. We're going to create our Web3 object, and that's going to be equal to Web3, and then Web3.http provider. And then inside of there, we're going to plug in provider. Done. Contract object. Contract is going to be equal to the Web3.eth.contract, and here address is going to be equal to address, ABI is equal to ABI, just like that. That's it. Return contract, and we're going to return the functions off of that object. Okay, so that's going to return all of those functions available. Great. Now we're going to go ahead and say f is equal to contract functions. Yeah. And then of course now it's going to grab the provider that we defined, the address we defined, and the ABI that we defined. Boom. We have those functions. And now we should go ahead and check. Let's just say name. It's going to be equal to f.name and .call. And we're actually interacting with the blockchain now. And let's go ahead and print name. Okay, and this is just going to see if everything is good. We'll go ahead and say Python. I call this erc165.py and Bored Ape Yacht Club. Excellent. We're good up to that point. This is everything we did last time, and then let's go ahead and end the video here. And in the next video, we're going to talk about EIP 165.